Hi, it is me, Pinky Orange Girl again. It's been a while since I said this sentence, lol. And today we're gonna be taking a look at games, specifically platformers, which used to be in 2D until making the transition into the third dimension. Remember the era when AAA games used to look like this? I wish I lived through this period. Some of the games during the time still hold up today and they have become a cult classic, while others were infamously bad that were either forgotten about or became the internet's new punching bag. Let's take a look at the games that represent those two categories, but before that make sure to like and subscribe. Anyways, let's get going. In this list, Bubsy 3D is the only game I haven't played yet and not planning on doing it like ever, but I don't really need to, You know what's wrong with this game by just looking at it like for a minute or maybe even less. The graphics look worse than a public restroom at McDonald's, the voice acting is obnoxious, it makes my ears bleed, the controls are more irresponsive than your average drunk man at a gay club, the camera always looks down when you jump because it doesn't want to be there and wants to kill itself, the music is... It's made by 5-year-olds who think fart is a musical genre, and overall this game is a cat vomit. It's disgusting and unpolished as hell. And if you try to somehow defend this thing, because it was made in the 90s and it was one of the first of its kind, but so is Mario 64, which came out the same year as Bubsy 3D. Wow, haven't I seen this setup before? Oh my god! It's been a while, guys. Did you forget how I look like? Because I feel like you have. What do you even need me to say more about Bubsy 3D? Exactly. Nothing. So instead, what I'm gonna do is pretend like this is my first time ever recording this. Hi, nice to meet you. I am a twat. Jokes aside. Bubsy 3D is such a mess of a game, it's honestly like the room for the video game industry. It's a cult classic but for like the wrong reasons. Nobody wants to play it. So what am I gonna give Bubsy 3D and what kind of rating? I mean, I don't think it's the worst game ever. Like, it's kind of playable. I have played games that are just blatantly unplayable, you know what I mean by that. So this game, what are we gonna give it? What kind of rating? 2.5 out of 10. I don't know. At least the music gives some points, but not because it's good, but because it's laughably good. I don't know what to say. Even if this wasn't intended to be the first 3D Sonic title, Sonic Adventure is considered by many to be the first proper Sonic game to make its transition in 3D. And I always wanted to try this game out, and not only because of its positive perception, but also I wanted to play a good Sonic game, man. Is that too much to ask for? Anyways, I started playing this game recently, more specifically on 4th of June, and it is the entire reason why this video even exists. I played the DX port for the PS3 and I couldn't put it down. By the time I'm writing this video, I already finished Knuckles and Tails' campaigns and only getting 90% of Sonic's because of reasons. I had a blast playing as these three characters. I still don't play as the other three, so maybe I wouldn't think of this game as highly as now, but let's just talk about how I feel about it as I'm writing the script for this video and recording it right now. For being the first 3D game of a catastrophic franchise, the controls are smooth as butter, which is saying a lot for this franchise. The characters all have different abilities and gameplay styles and offer so much variety for better and for worse. I love how it tells one story but from different perspectives, until you beat all of the campaigns and they all come together for the final battle. But you only play as Super Sonic, but whatever. Sure, this game has very dated cutscenes, but they are just accidentally hilarious and it's great. Sure, it has annoying bugs, especially with the damn camera, but those issues can be overlooked. And I forgot to mention, but if you're tired of your adventures, there's a Chao Garden where you get to raise your own Chao. Since my sister is a huge Nintendogs fan, she couldn't stop playing this mode, while I called the Chaos asshole, little shit, big shit and poop. People say that the hub worlds, or as this game calls them, adventure fields, are unnecessary. I think it adds an extra layer to your adventure while making the world feel more lived in, even if the people in it are barely distinguishable from the statue in front of the burger shop. This game also has the best soundtrack out of all games we're gonna cover in this video, but I don't think it's nearly as strong as Adventure 2's, but the Knuckles rap is top tier, better than his other raps in the second game. So now that I have played all of the campaigns in Sonic Adventure, I can safely say, yeah, my rating for this game has gotten lower because the other campaigns, the other 3 campaigns are just not as good or as enjoyable as the first 3, Sonic, Tails and Knuckles. It's Team Sonic, Team Sonic has probably the best gameplay. I'm not referring to Sonic Heroes, by the way. I'm talking about, Sonic, Tails and Knuckles, they have the best gameplay in my opinion. Amy, her gameplay kinda reminds me of Mario 64, but a worse version of it. It's just fine, I guess. Big the Cat, I didn't even complete this campaign and I don't want to. Wanna know why? The fishing sucks! How can this gameplay be both boring and irritating at the same time? I don't know. It's just kind of the miracle of Sonic Adventure, It's so close to being great, but then Big the Cat is here to destroy the day. Oh, Gamma's gameplay is also very fine, but I don't personally like it, mainly because I just don't like how he controls. The shooting is fine, but like when I move him around him, especially in tight places, it's a chore to me to move him around because he's giant as fuck. If Sonic Adventure was just like the first 3 campaigns, Sonic, Tails and Knuckles, I would give this gameplay I will give this game like 7 out of 10 or maybe an 8 out of 10. But because of Amy, especially Big the Cat, and one to Gamma's gameplays, that's why I'm downgraded it from like a 7/8 out of 10 to 5 out of 10. It was just so close to being, great. Despite this being the most influential and one of the most iconic 3D platformers of all time, I always had mixed feelings towards it. I appreciate this game for being the culprit of future 3D Mario games. The music, the hub world is simply iconic, the new multiple ways to control Mario and having an open space with multiple objectives for a level, but also has aged the best compared to other 3D platformers during the time. Firstly, the camera can be pretty irritating, but not as irritating as Bubsy 3D's camera, thank God. The story is non-existent, the controls aren't the tightest, so prepare to fall off easily in almost every stage. Some of these stars are just impossible to grab, and also swimming levels exist. They just exist. I can see the praise this game got, but I appreciate it more than I enjoyed myself. Mario 64, I don't know what to say to you anymore because I'm so mixed on you. It's not like with Sonic Adventure's case where some parts are just like super duper enjoyable and others are just literally bad. Mario 64 is just like on the same level of like midness, not greatness. I can see why it was revolutionary back then. I can totally see that, even though I didn't grow up in the 90s. I mean, I was born in the late 2000s, so it didn't age all that well. I mean, it aged better than Bubsy 3D and even Sonic Adventure to some extent, but like, I can't put my finger on what it was that just didn't sit right with me. I don't know, I actually don't know what other thing to say. I honestly have no clue, but like, Mario 64 overall, in a critical standpoint, it's a little bit better than Sonic Adventure, even though I enjoyed Sonic Adventure more than Mario 64. So I'll give it like 5.8 out of 10. A little bit towards 6 out of 10, but like not close enough, maybe because I still can't put my finger on what was this game's missed potential that I just can't see. So this is the end of this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and feel free to share your opinions and thoughts in the comments below. See ya!